anyone has to say to me, I don't care. I don't care. Just buy Tarte. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm basically going to do like an anti-haul kind of should I buy, should I not buy kind of video. I feel like this year brands have been releasing so many products, especially Makeup Revolution. So I'm not going to put any Makeup Revolution stuff. That's going to be a whole separate video. That tells you how much stuff they've just released in this February. The first stuff, sorry, I'm just looking over to what I've got here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Lime Crime Neon Wet Cherry Lip Gloss selection. And I don't know what's going on, guys. What's this obsession with neon this slime season? Just, I don't know, like, it's nice, but I feel like it could be taken overboard a little bit. I think the orange looks nice. I think the orange would look really nice on my complexion, and the clear, like, light orange, not the bright neon orange, would be nice. But even looking at like the neon yellow sat screen, it's looking a bit patchy. Like, it's not looking good. Like, where are you wearing that to? I don't know. Like, I feel like people see people do things on Instagram, and then when you actually get it in real life, like real life, not Instagram life, not just taking a picture life, I don't know, it's gonna look a bit crazy. So that is a pass for me. Like, I will not be purchasing that. Next one I'm gonna be talking about is Huda Beauty. So Huda Beauty's released their matte power bullets, right? And it's their rose collection. And I don't know if anyone's realized, but Huda Beauty does a lot of, apart from that Jill obsession where she did like the different color palettes, most of the stuff is a rose thing. Like when she did the, what's it called? I don't have none of the palettes. I don't support her in it, so I can't even remember the names. But I'll put up the pictures. You know those palettes, right? Even the nude palette was kind of like a rosy nude, and that's a lot of the things that she releases. Like the color stories a lot of the time are the same. So to me, it's nothing special coming from her. Maybe it's a different brand, but I know I've looked at her brand, and a lot of those colors keep popping up. So if she could do something different, maybe, but those colors keep popping up a lot in Huda Beauty. And then another thing they also released this month was the new melted eyeshadows, which I think are really pretty, by the way. I like the minty color, and I think like the formulation and the idea behind it is really nice. But I'm still not sure. The only reason I wasn't purchasing it is because of application, and when something's too difficult, I'm watching so many videos to figure out what to do with it. I'd rather just save my money and buy normal like pigment or a simple eyeshadow, just something that's easier for me to use, especially if I'm spending a large amount of money and I haven't been gifted to it. Like a lot of people have got it as PR, so okay, it's fine, but I don't get PR, so I can't be struggling to be waiting and then for it not to work. And then in cosmetics in the UK, you can't really return it once you've opened it, so it's a bit dodgy, that one. I won't to be buying that. So the next thing I want to talk about is the Colored Rain Safari Rain collection. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous, like absolutely gorgeous. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna purchase it yet, but I like the theme. It's like a cool tone, and I like wearing a lot of bright colors, as you can see in all my other videos. But I do appreciate like a cool tone kind of vibe sometimes, and it actually reminds me of the Tribe palette by Juvia's Place, and just like a cooler tone version of the Tribe palette by Juvia's Place. So if you think like that Tribe palette is too bright, I would probably like recommend this. I'll see. I don't want to buy it straight away, but probably in the future you will see me wearing a look by it. But I definitely do appreciate the colours, and I think the colours are lovely. The lipsticks, I'm not too sure about the lipsticks, but the eyeshadow palette, I would probably purchase, yeah. So the next thing is I want to talk about is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. I think it looks gorgeous, guys. I know people were kind of complaining a bit under the comments and on Trend Moods comments as well, like, oh, I thought it was gonna be more exciting. I was expecting this color and really nice, but then when you think about the brand as a whole, they don't have many palettes or color stories like this, and I think this is, they're slowly pushing out color, just slowly introducing it more and more into their brand, and I think it's fantastic. And I think the colors is something that you can use easily and not be confused by that palette, because you know some palettes are just so colorful, you're like, oh, I don't know what look to do. You can kind of slowly build up, especially with like the peachy pink colors, and then just add shimmer on tops and kind of build up and kind of ease you into using color. So I think that's a really nice palette that I might get. I don't have anything by Anastasia Beverly Hills actually when I think about it. No, I don't. I don't even have their brow stuff. I need to get out more. Or maybe I'm just saving my money. Okay, what's the next thing I wanted to talk about? So the OPV Spotlight palette, yeah? So OPV is owned by, it's black owned, I think so, by, I can't remember the name, but it's a Nigerian lady, and they've just put out their Spotlight palette, and people were saying it looks like the Born to Run, this looks like this, it looks like that. I really hate when people do that, by the way, because unless it really looks like something, how many colors are there in the world? How many mixes can you get? Plus formulation from every brand is different. I've tried different colors from different brands, yeah, and sometimes the formula is rubbish, but the color's pretty on point and quite similar. So I think people forget to keep that in mind. Anyway, moving on. So this Spotlight palette I think looks gorgeous. I think the reds, like the deep reds and that deep like maroon pink color looks gorgeous. And also like that lilac purple shimmer over there as well. I think it's really nice. Oh, and that white minty kind of color, like, oh, that would look gorgeous. I think I'm going to get it like in 2 weeks time. I think I'm gonna get it because it looks really nice, and I personally don't have those colors. Like, I don't really use those colors. I just want to, like, you know, try things out here and there, and I think that's a good place to start. And it's cool toned as well, and I have a lot of bright palettes, like, so I'm good on bright palettes, so I think I'm more edging towards it. But I think it's really good, and for the price as well, if you don't have the Urban Decay Born to Run and you think you want to try out those kind of colors, you can reach for this as well. So I think it's nice to have a little bit of competition here and there, you know what I mean? Like, can't always be dependent on one brand to deliver everything. Next, who did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, Anastasia Beverly Hills again. But this collection, it didn't make sense to me. That daytime sunset collection, I'm sorry, but it looked like they literally just put it together. Like, I don't think a lot of work went into that, and then they just added a few shimmery lip glosses on top. Like, it made no sense to me. Like, the colors just, I don't understand who thought. Maybe he had a lot of it in stock, and they've even put it as limited edition. So that was even making me think they just want to get rid of these colors. It didn't work out well. Maybe they thought it was going to, I don't know. It's just a complete miss for me. It's like, there's nothing exciting about it. I don't even hear people raving about it. No, it's just not, it's just a no, guys. Like, the lip glosses look nice, but just the little quads, I'm not for it. So it's just a no. Next thing that I'm gonna say is a no for me is the Naked palette. Oh my god, Naked palette Reloaded. This, and why would you remove the Naked palette and then add this one? Just say like you're reformulating whatever, yeah. And they just built up the hype. Oh, we're gonna get rid of the old one. People were doing that. Oh my day, this is what I've been using this to. So this was my first. Like, okay, people are crying it. Yeah, cool. Yeah, let's just get over it. And then when it came out, just looking at it like, this is what you got people waiting for. Like, it doesn't excite me. There's nothing special about it. I don't think I could do like a nice look that I would love out of it. It just doesn't excite me. It doesn't speak any kind of volume for me. And to be honest, they should have left it. You should have left it. You should have left it. Next that I'm going to talk about is the Tarte Face Tape Foundation. Now, obviously, there was that controversy when the Face Tape Foundation came out and people were saying, you know, it wasn't excessive. What people were saying, we could see, what am I even talking about? We could see that there was not enough for people of a deeper complexion. Yes, there wasn't there. So they decided to, okay, we're going to do 50. Somebody's going to call me bitter. But even with the 50 shades, I don't care what anyone has to say to me. I don't care. I don't care. It's still not good. I'm sorry, yeah, but even the deeper complexion, quantity does not mean you're meeting the spectrum, and you need to understand that. Morphe did the same thing with that 60 stuff, and remember did I even find a shade? Okay, 50 shades, yeah, still doesn't mean you've met the spectrum. The spectrum is there's still big gaps. There is still big gaps. I don't care if you come up with 100 shades, like the large shades, I'm still within those, and even like the system, sand, gold, and this and that. I think the ordering, the undertones of what they've done is so confusing. Like, I don't even understand like the different categories that they've got. I'm sorry, I'm not here for it. And we were an afterthought as well. Like, no, all of that together. Like, I'm like, just buy Tarte. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the Fenty Beauty dropping new what are they even called? Girl, look at you up here talking about things you don't know. I'm gonna get bad dislikes for this video, but you know what, yeah, I've got to say what I gotta say. And if you don't like it, it's alright, you know, like, it's not that deep. I'm not gonna be crying over it. The new lip paint, so they've got that stunner, they got what they got? Right, so we need some new highlighters and some new lip paints in different colours. I've never actually tried the lip paints, but it always looks so pretty and so pigmented. I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna buy one because they look really small. So yeah, they just look really small, and I don't need any more highlighters. I'm not a highlighter person, but I think the colours are really pretty. But the lip paints are, even though the colours are really nice, it's just the volume I'm thinking of and how long it will last me. That's why I would give them a miss. But I think the colours are really nice. But yeah, they're not for me, and I don't need any more highlighters, so I'm good on that. Okay, the last thing I want to do, or second to last thing, actually, let me do a little bit of promo. Yeah, the Sleek Love Shook. Yeah, obviously I've already bought it, but guys, it's gorgeous. This was another new release. Yeah, it's actually beautiful. Let me just do 2 fast ass swatches for you. Yeah, gorgeous. But the only thing I don't like about Sleek stuff is the hinge on their stuff. I wish it would open a bit more. Apart from that, this palette, if you guys, this Love Shook palette is. The lastly thing I want to talk about is the new Dior foundation. So Dior have launched this foundation which comes in 2 finishes. One's meant to be a matte and one's meant to be more of a glowy dewy side. I wouldn't have even put this on here, but I'm putting it on here because I got kind of tricked and it's not cool. I can't remember whose advert I saw because it wasn't from Dior. I saw it. Basically, it was another dark skin YouTuber slash Instagrammer slash influencer slash everything. Everybody's everything nowadays. And then they said that it was coming in 67 shades, right? And I was like, oh wow, like I don't do Dior and stuff like that. I don't pretend to be a ball or have money, but it kind of just irked me the wrong way. So when it says 67 shades, I was like, okay, let me go look on the dual side, right? But when I went to look, it actually was just 67 shades, but split in half. So whatever half of 67 is, 33 shades on each side, basically. Well, one side will have more. You get the gist. It'll be 33 shades for matte fit. So I feel like the influencer, as well, I feel like if you're going to take an ad, if you're going to get sponsored, you should look more into the company and what you're actually promoting, because there wasn't enough dark shades. There wasn't. When there are 33 shades, there wasn't enough dark shades, and I definitely couldn't find my colour. So I thought that was a bit cheeky. Like, don't advertise at 67 shades just like that. You should be more clear. And I feel like some people like might think, oh yeah, it's not up to her, you know, to talk about it. But you guys have to realize it's very easy for influencers to take your money, and you guys, not saying all of you, just some people, don't do investigations. Like, to me, when I saw it, I instantly thought, yeah. And I feel like slightly that was a false advertising. Should have been more clear. And just because you're getting paid to do something, you should realize, like, the community behind you, yeah, how you got to that position, because that doesn't make sense. Like, there's the color spectrum wasn't good, and if it was any other brand, people are slating Morphe, people are slating this brand, people are slating that. But then because maybe they're paying you a good amount, you're willing to compromise. That's not cool. And I'm not purchasing that foundation because I can't find the color, and the spectrum isn't good. So that dual foundation is, it's a no for me. So that's what I'm gonna leave you guys on for today. I bet thousands more revelations gonna come out, but this is what I could manage to fit in. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, click and subscribe, and if you haven't watched my other videos, make sure you watch. But yeah, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.